With the events that transpired today in America, with old boy getting reelected, I think we know what's going to end up happening in this country. And now, what I'm about to say, I'm not saying to scare y'all, but like, we got to start thinking, we got to start preparing, we got to start getting ready. So, if you don't know me, if you're not familiar with my face, I'm Grace, I'm an astrologer. And I'm currently reading this astrology book called Cosmos in Psyche. It's by Richard Tarnas, and it's a book that basically explores the relationship between the planetary movements and how they affect us on this earth, which is basically the premise of what astrology is as a whole. But this is a book that more so focuses on mundane astrology, which is the study of how the planets affect the world on a collective large scale. And in the book, he really emphasizes the planetary cycles, but the outer planetary cycles, and how the outer planets, which are Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus, how they aspect with each other, and how that really brings a lot of serious shifts and things of that nature. Now, the book is long as hell. I'm still in the beginning of the book, but I'm on the point right now where he's talking about Uranus and Pluto. And what's interesting to me is that every time Uranus returns in the United States charts, there tends to be some sort of war or event that's taking place. And I already pretty much have come to the conclusion that America's going to get into war soon. Like, it's kind of been too long. But the next Uranus return of the United States takes place in 2028, which kind of has me like, and if you think about what happened during the other Uranus returns, it takes Uranus 84 years to return to its position in a chart. During the first Uranus return, which was in 1860, we had the Civil War. During the second Uranus return, we had this was in 1944, and we had World War II. And again, the third Uranus return is going to take place in 2028. So I'm very curious to see what that will bring. I definitely think it's going to bring some sort of war, especially with Pluto being an Aquarius. Like, this is also the Pluto return of America. And just in general, when Pluto is in Aquarius, that tends to bring rebellions, uprisings. Like, we had the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the Haitian Revolution the last time Pluto was in Aquarius. So think about that. And that Mars-Uranus conjunction that's going to take place in 2026, it actually takes place on the 4th of July. Makes me nervous because there's a lot of similar transits during that. There's a lot of similar transits that also have taken place when we had our last civil war that will also be taking place in 2026. And a lot of astrologers have been thinking and talking about it. And I'm not going to hold y'all. All of this is making me want to study mundane astrology more, which I'm definitely getting into. So follow me for more astrology content. Don't panic, but it's time to fucking prepare, period. That's all I'm going to say. moonworldmommy.com to book a reading.